Now, in the question, they will give you the date of creation of the bill. Date of creation of the bill. Okay. While passing the journal entries, we also need to put a date column. And at the end, we need to decide what is the due date. Due date we only have to compute and write down the due date when the bill is honored or bill is dishonored. They will just mention that the bill is honored or the bill is dishonored. Now we need to decide what is the date on which this was done, this transaction, dishonoring or honoring was done. So due date of each bill is calculated as follows. How to calculate the date of bill? So when the bill is made payable on a specified date, whenever the bill mentions that on this particular date, let us say 30th of June 25, on this date only you have to make the payment for the bill. This will be called as my due date. This will be called as my due date. Clear? So that specified date will be the due date for that bill. Okay, then going ahead. When the bill is made payable at a stated number of months after date. So what we need to do over here is, let us say I have drawn the bill on 1st of January. But I say that the bill is valid for 3 months. This is the validity of the bill. So after 3 months the payment should be done. So now what is 3 months after the January month? So January full month, February, March end. So April 1st. 1st of April will be the date, but this will not be the due date. In that case, I need to add 3 days. This will be called as what? This will be called as grace days, and my total will be of 4th April. 4th April, which will be my due date. Which will be my due date. Remember this, whenever number of months are given, in most of the questions, number of months will be given. Okay, specified date has not been given till date, but remember this, always they will give you the first date of the creation and they will give you the number of months by which the bill is due. So now what you need to find is, add 3 months to the beginning date. Add 3 months to the beginning date. After this, add 3 extra days, which is called as grace period. Grace period of 3 days. So after 3 days, whichever date comes up will be the due date. So whenever the bill is given after 3 months, it should be after the grace days of 3 days. So after 3 days only you can give the bill and get it cleared. Clear? Yes. Now, this is not required. Okay, this you can skip. It is not required. It's not so important. Let us say whenever the due date is a public holiday, there are only certain public holidays which are being given. The preceding business day will be the due date. So let us say 15th August is a public holiday. We know that, right? We already know that 15th August is a public holiday. Generally, public holidays comes on a fixed date. Since I know that on 15th of August there is a public holiday, the due date will be 14th of August. 14th of August will be the due date of the bill. Only if the bill is being matured on this date. Only if the bill is being matured on a public holiday. On a public holiday. In that case only my due date will be the what? The preceding day. The preceding day of that month. Of that month. The preceding day of that month. Because I already know that on 15th of August there is an Independence Day holiday. Which is a public holiday. Right? So because of this the due date will be the previous day. Because I already know it. But let us say, when the due date is an emergency or an unforeseen holiday, if the due date whatever was there is an unforeseen or an emergency holiday which is given, okay, because of for some reasons it might be, this won't come too much. So in that case the next following day will be the date of due date. Clear? So the next day will be the due date. So in case if you know it already that it is a public holiday before only, in that case it is a previous day. But if the holiday is announced lately on an emergency or any unforeseen holiday is announced, in that case it will be the next day. That is, let us say it was 16th of June was the due date, but suddenly government announced that on 16th June it is a holiday. It's a holiday for some XYZ reason. So because of this unforeseen holiday, 17th of June will be what? The due date. Will become the due date. Okay. 16th was the due date, but because of the holiday, I am shifting it to what? To 17th. Yes. Okay. Now, there are two words. Bill after sight, bill after date. The term of bill after sight commences from the date of acceptance of the bill. Date of acceptance of the bill. See, after side means the bill will be mature or due whenever I show the bill to the person. I will show the bill to the person. Bill after date means after that particular date the bill should be paid. Like whatever cases we discussed above, those are all the after date cases. Okay. Commences date of the bill drawing. Commences from the date of drawing the bill. But whereas in case of after side, the date of acceptance of the bill will be commencing from the date of acceptance of the bill. Clear? See, the bill at after side will be commenced from date of acceptance, whereas the bill after date will commence from date of drawing the bill. Both are can be different. Drawing is the person who is drawing the bill. It will be given to him, given back to me. Bill after side will be when the bill is accepted by that person. Once the bill is accepted by that person, the bill will be starting with the due date. Clear? Yes. So these will be used. See, most of the times, the question will come from this part itself. The question will come from this part itself. This is the second part. Clear? Where plus 3 days will be added as a grace days. Clear? Okay. So let us jump into the questions now directly. Now, illustration number 2. See, before starting this, please revise all the journal entries, because or else, see, I will be going a bit faster now, and this time while passing the entries, I won't be going in depth into why the entries passed, because already the theory part we have clearly discussed why each of the entries passed. What is the logical reason behind passing all the entries? I have not mugged up you any of the entries. Remember, it's clear. So go through the video, go through the notes once again, understand all the entries, and then come to the practical part, or else you will get confused. Please. Okay. Starting with illustration number 2. Vijay sold goods to Pritham. Fine. On 1st of September. Date is required. Then for rupees 1,06,000. Pritham immediately accepted 3 months bill. Which bill? Telephone bill. Bills of exchange. So bill of exchange was accepted on date. So Pritham has accepted. So tell me this. Vijay is what? Vijay is what? He's the drawer of the bill. Whereas Pritham, who has accepted, is the what? Drawee. Drawee of the bill. Clear? He will be making the payment, so he will be the payer and he will be the payee. Fine. Now, on the due date, Pritham requested that the bill be renewed. Renewal of the bill journal entries, remember this. For a fresh period of 2 months. So he is asking to make a new bill for a fresh period of 2 months. So whenever we know that whenever a bill is renewed, the old bill should be cancelled first and then a new bill should be issued with what? With interest for 2 months. Interest for 2 extra months. Now, Vijay agrees. So Vijay says, okay, fine. I will issue a new bill to you and provide an interest of 9%. But before issuing a new bill, give me the interest of 9%, which was to be paid immediately in cash. In cash, you pay me the interest first and I will issue a new bill. Or else you make me the payment today. I don't know. So he says, okay, I will make you the payment for the interest and you issue me a new bill. To this, Pritham was agreeable. So Pritham has agreed to the agreement between both the parties. The second bill was met on due date. So on the due date, whatever was there, the second bill was met or honored. Give the journal entries in the books of Vijay and Pritham. Okay. So now we know what has happened in the case. So let us start the journal entries. So what I will do is I will pass the entries simultaneously. Okay. So this will be in the books of Vijay. I can call him as drawer. In the books of what was the name? Pritham. Pritham, who is my drawee. Clear? Okay. Let's start. So first one. Sold goods. Vijay sold goods to Pritham on 1st September. So on 1st of September, 1st September 22, goods have been sold. So what is the journal entry when the goods are sold to Pritham on credit basis? The entry will be Pritham account debited to sales account, because the goods are being sold, right? For what value? For rupees 1,06,000. So 1,06,000 will be the value of goods sold. Yes, next. In the books of Pritham, Whenever a person is selling for the other person, that will be a purchase entry. So therefore, on 1st September again, in the books of Preetham, that will be a purchase entry. So purchase account debited, a basic journal entry. I won't be going into deep into it. Purchase account debited to what? To Vijay's account, because Vijay is our debtor. Vijay is our debtor now, right? In the books of Preetham. So amount rupees 1.06 lakhs. See, in examinations, you can use the value in lakhs also. You can use the value in lakhs also. There's no issue with that. Okay. You can use L. You can use K for thousands. Instead of writing 1000, you can write 1K also. Not a issue. Or else at the top you can write in the amount column which you write rupees in lakhs, and just go on mentioning what 1.06, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, just go on mentioning the amount. So it will be assumed that whatever amounts you have mentioned is 3 lakh. Clear? That can be done to save some amount of time. Then the next entry, let us see. This was my first entry. Narrations, I'm leaving it on you people. In the textbooks, all the narrations are mentioned. Please look at the narrations. See, narrations can be really small entries. Being is not compulsory. Whatever being you used to use in PUC, that is not compulsory for foundation. You can just start with what? For one entry I will write. Sold goods to Preetham. Done. And over here, purchased goods from Vijay. This much is enough. This much of narration is enough. But narrations are compulsory, or else you will simply lose your half marks. Remember this, okay? Narrations are compulsory. I won't be dealing with narrations over here because those are some like really small things which need to be taken care from your side. Clear? Okay. Next what has happened? On the same date, he has immediately accepted a 3-month bill, right? On the same date, he has accepted a bill. So for that, the entry will be what? On 1st of September 22, he has accepted a bill. So whenever Vijay draws a bill, gives it to Preetham accepts it and gives it back. So this will be what to me? To Preetham, what is it? So to Vijay, what is it? It will be a bill receivable, which is an asset, and asset value increases. So bills receivable account debited. Account is debited to what? Now, whatever balance was remaining over here in the Preetham's account, whatever amount I have debited as a debtor for Preetham, I will reverse it off now. How? By crediting it. Why? Because I am transferring whatever amount was there in Preetham's account to what account? To a new account called as bills receivable account. To the new account called as bills receivable account. How much the value? Again, 1.06. 1.06 lakhs. Okay, now coming to this books, on same date, 1/9/22, he has accepted a bill. So whenever Preetham accepts a bill, that will be a bill receivable or a bill payable. It will be a bill payable because Preetham is supposed to make the payment for the purchases he has made. So in the books of Preetham, the entry will be what? First of all, whatever Vijay's account was opened will be reversed, right? It will be reversed with bills payable. So Vijay's account will be debited to reverse it off. Vijay's account debited to what? To bills payable account. Bills payable account for rupees 1.06 lakhs. This entry we had seen in the theory part, right? I am creating a bills payable account. Why? Because it's a liability. I am supposed to pay tomorrow. So I am opening a new account called as bills payable, transferring whatever balance was there in Vijay's account to bills payable account, and whatever Vijay's account was there, I am reversing it off by debiting it. This is how I pass the entry. Then going ahead. Okay, 3 months bill. Fine. On the due date, now find out the due date for me. See, they have given that on 1st September the bill was drawn and it was drawn for 3 months. Now what will be the 3 months validity? So the validity will be on 1st September the bill was drawn. So from 1st September 3 months will be how much? September full month, October, November. So 1st of December will be 3 months end. December will be 3 months end. Let me just write it again. December will be 3 months end. So plus what? Plus 3 days. That is my grace period. So the total will be how much? 4th of December. So on 4th of December the bill will be due. The bill will be due. So the entry will be passed on what date? 4th of December 22, 4th of December 22. Now, what will be the entry? First of all, whenever a bill is renewed, I need to cancel the old bill, right? Whatever old bill was created by me should be cancelled first. So, cancelling entry will what? Whatever creation entry I have passed, whatever creation entry I have passed, reverse it off. So, reversing will be how? Preetham account debited to bill receivable account. To bill receivable account for again same amount. 06 lakh 1.06 lakhs. Yes. Now here on again same date he has also to clear cancel the old bill. So that will be again what? Reversing of this particular entry. Reversing of this particular entry. So what will the entry? Bills payable account debited. Bills payable account debited. To what? To Vijay's account. That is 1.06 lakhs. 1.06 lakhs. Just a minute. Okay. 1.06 lakhs. Okay. This is how you pass the cancellation entry. Then going ahead, what has happened? So a new bill has requested for a fresh period of 2 months. But before this, he has to pay an interest of 9%, right? He has to pay an interest of 9%. First of all, compute the interest. Compute the interest. Let's see. What is the value of the bill? 1 lakh. 1,06,000 is the value of bill. At 9% interest as per the question, the interest is how much? Interest is how much? 9% per annum. But we are renewing it for only 2 months, right? So therefore, into 2 by 12. How much will that be? Into 9% into 2 by 12. That would be 1,590. Will be what? My interest. Will be my interest. This is how you compute the interest. This will be my working note. Now going back, let us pass the journal entry for interest first. Let us pass the journal entry on the same date. That is on 4th of December 22. Interest entry. So whatever interest I receive will be what? Will be what? Will be a income to me. So to interest account. Then I am receiving the money. So bank account. Rupees how much? 1590. And on the same side, Mr. Preetham G is paying, right? So therefore, interest will be expense to him. Interest will be expense to him. So it will be debited. Expenses account are debited to bank account because he is paying and bank balance is reducing. So to bank 1,590. 590. Clear? See in your textbooks, what they have done is they have shown the due entry first, and then after that they have shown the payment entry. What you can do is you can follow that also, you can follow this also. Okay, in both the cases you will be allotted the marks. Then after this, what has happened? Bill is renewed, right? The bill is renewed for a fresh period of 2 months. Okay, so now on the same date, create a new bill. How to create a new bill? Again, same entry. Bill receivable account debited to whose account? To Preetham's account. Preetham's account. How much? 1.06 lakhs. Again, for same amount, the bill is created as per the question. So 1.06 lakhs. Over here, on the same date, bill payable will be created. So the entry will be what? Vijay's account debited to what? Bill payable. Bills payable. We just said rewrite it. Bills payable account. Okay. For rupees 1.06 lakhs. Same. 6 lakhs. Okay. Clear with this? Clear till here? Okay. Now what has happened? See, if you see over here, see, Preetham's account was opened, then it was closed again for same amount. Why? Because I have created a bill receivable. Then it was opened once again. Why? Because the old bill was cancelled. Now here in this entry, I am closing it once again. So in my books, currently at this point of time, there is no balance remaining in the name of Preetham. All the balance has been transferred to bills receivable account. Same goes here. See, Vijay's account was created as a creditor, then it was closed by debiting it. Then again it was created over here because the old bill was cancelled. So I have created the creditors account once again over here. And then again in this entry I have closed it over here by debiting it. Because he was a creditor, it is a liability. And by debiting it, I can close my liabilities. Clear? Okay. Now, next. Next, what has happened? So at the end, the second bill was met on due date. So on the due date of the second bill, it was met. That means it was honored. It was honored. Now tell me the due date. See, the bill was created on what date? 4th of December. For how many months? For 2 months, right? For 2 months the bill was created on 4th of December. So find out the due date. So first of all find 2 months from 4th December. So 4th December to 31st December full month. Then January. So February 4th of Feb will be the date after 2 months. Plus what again? 3 days grace period. So that will be how much? So that will be how much? 4 plus 3, 7. So 7th of Feb will be the due date for the bill. And small correction over here. See, the question says that the interest was paid in cash. So make a small correction that just change bank account to cash account. Just change the bank account to cash account. That's it. Because I passed the entry as bank account, make it cash account. That's it. Because the question clearly says the amount of interest has been paid through cash. Now the second bill was met on date. So now the bill has been honored. The bill has been honored. So now what to do? Now what to do with this? On what date? On 7th of Feb. 7th Feb 23. Vijay has received money. Vijay has received money. So bank account debited. Bank account debited because I am receiving money. Vijay is receiving money, so bank account will debited. 2. Bills receivable account. Why bills receivable account? Because this bill is no more required to be kept open in the books. It is no more required to be kept open in the books of account. So I am closing it now. For what amount? For rupees 1,06,000. Whatever the amount the bill was created. Okay. Yes. Is Preetham's account open? No, sir. Because see, open, close, once again open, close. So Preetham's account is closed. Let's look at bills receivable account. Opened over here, closed over here, then again opened over here, and again I have closed it over here. So bills receivable account is also completely closed. See, the transaction is done, I have received the money, and we are good to go. Clear? And over here in this case, again on same date, 7th of Feb 23, what has happened? I have made the payment. The Preetham guy has made the payment. So to bank account, and over here bills payable account will be debited to cancel it off. To cancel this bill, I am debiting it now. I am debiting it over here. Yes? Okay. So what is the amount? Again 1,06,000. 1,06,000. This is how you pass the entries. Yes. So we are done with all the entries for the first question. Okay. See, or whatever complications you have, please drop it in the Telegram group because the question will go on getting complicated here onwards. Clear? Okay. Look at the next question. So illustration number 5. On 1st of January 2022, Vilas draws a bill of exchange for rupees 10,000 due for payment after 3 months. So Vilas is what? Vilas is what? My drawer. In his books, it will be a bill receivable. For 3 months, he has drawn for 10,000 rupees on 1st of January. Okay, fine. On whom? On Eknath. So Eknath will be my what? Eknath will be my drawee, the guy who accepts the bill, for the acceptor. Eknath accepts the bill of exchange. Okay, fine. He has accepted the bill, so he will be drawer or acceptor. Then on 4th of March, Eknath retires the bill of exchange at a discount of 12% per annum. You are asked to show the journal entries in the book of Eknath. So in the books of Eknath, I have to show the journal entries, it seems. Okay, fine. First of all, tell me what is the due date. What's the due date? See, the bill was created on 1st of January. 1st of January, the bill was created. Now, the bill was created for how many months? For 3 months, the bill was created. So because of this, what is the third month? Jan full, February, March end. So 1st of April. 1st of April becomes the 3 months after the bill was created. Plus what? Plus 3 days. That would be how much? 4th of what? April. But when is the bill retired? When is the bill retired? Remember the case of retirement of bill, where the bill will be paid earlier than the due date, right? So now the bill is retired on what? 4th of March. So that means exactly 1 month before he has made the payment of the bill. Exactly 1 month before he has made the payment of the bill. So for 1 month I will give him a rebate. At what rate? At a discount of 12% per annum. Per annum. Okay. Now what to do? Now what to do? Let's see. Now let's pass the interest in the books of whom? First of all, compute the interest. Let us compute the discount first. Let's see. So rebate will be equals to the bill value into what is the rate? 12% per annum as per the question. 12% for the per annum basis. But we have retired the bill what? 1 month earlier. See, the actual due date was what? 4th April. But the bill is retired on 4th of March. 4th of March. So 1 month earlier. So I can just divide it by 1 by 12. So how much will that be? 10,000 into 12% divided by 12. So that would be 100 rupees. So 100 rupees will be what? My discount. Will be my discount. Okay. Now, in the books of whom? In the books of Ekanath. In the books of Ekanath, let's pass the journal entries now. So for the first entry will be on the 1st of January for creation of will. For creation of will, the journal entry will be what? See, they have directly shown us the bill creation entry, no sale entries to be part because the question do not pick anything about the sale entry. Now, in the books of Ekanath, who is Ekanath? Drawee, the one who accepts the bill. So, it will be a bills payable for him, right? So, two bills payable. I am creating a new liability. And the old liability, whatever was there, which is who? Vilas. Vilas account will be what? Debited because he was a creditor before. That is, Eknath had to make payment to Vilas. Now I am debiting Vilas account so as to clear the liability. By debiting the liabilities, we can clear it off. Now what is the amount? Rupees 10,000 or 10k also I can write. Okay. Now, what's the due date? Actually, it was 4th. Sorry, it was 4th of April, but that date has not come. On 4th March itself, what has happened? He has cleared the bill. So on 4th of March, what we can do is 4th of March 22. What I can do is entry will be first of all bills payable will be cleared off because the bill is no more valid because the payment is received. Bank account will be credited to bank account. Why? Because I am making the payment. Eknath is making the payment over here, right? So bank account will be credited. First of all, tell me what is the bill payable value? Rupees 10,000. What is the value at which the payment was done? See, how much was payable? 10,000 was payable, but 100 rupees is given as discount. So how much will that be? 10,000 minus 100. That would be 9,900. So 9,900 is paid. So remaining 100 rupees whatever was there is a discount. So discount whatever is received is a income to me. Is a income to me. So discount account will be credited. This is how you pass the entry. Clear? Instead of discount you can also mention, instead of this discount you can also mention rebate account. No issues. Okay? Because in textbook they have used the word rebate. Fine. Next question. So we have illustration number 1 where Miss Sujata receives two bills. Okay, now we are talking about two bills over, two different bills. Two bills from Mrs. Aruna dated on 1st January for 2 months. So both the bills I think are dated on same date. Okay. The first bill is of rupees 10,200 and the second bill is of rupees 15,000. Fine. So first of all I will just mark these dates. This is the one date, this is the second date I need. This first bill amount, second bill amount. Okay, fine. Next, going ahead. The first bill is discounted immediately. The first bill has been discounted. The first bill was discounted. Fine. Then what has happened? With the bank for rupees 10,000. So a bill of rupees 10,200 has been discounted for rupees 10,000. So that means 200 rupees is the what? Discounting that the bank has done for me. and the second bill was endorsed. No. The second bill was endorsed in favor of Mrs. Sri on 3rd of January. Fine. Pass the journal entries in the books of Mrs. Sujata. See here the bill is honored or dishonored, that part is not mentioned. So we will not touch that particular part. Only the parts which are given to us, that will be our concern. Now let us see. In the books of Miss Sujata. So we have first bill and second bill. So what we can do is on 1st of January, on 1st of January 22, what I will do is I will open two different bills account. Bill receivable, one account debited, bill receivable, two account debited. So it should have a bifurcation. So the first value is 10,200, second value is 15,000. Okay. To whose account? To whose account? To what is the name? Aruna. To Aruna's account. To Aruna's account. How much is the value? 10,000 plus 15,000 is 15,000. Sorry, 25,000. 25,200 is the value. Okay. Now what has happened? Immediately the first bill was discounted, right, Gori? Yeah. The first bill was discounted immediately. So that means on 1st January itself, the bill was discounted for rupees 10,000. So now pass the journal entry for the discounting. So whenever discounting happens, bank will give us the lesser amount than the bill value, because bank also wants some margin. So because of this, on 1st of January itself, what has happened? I have received money from the bank. How much is that? How much is that? Rupees 10,000 is received from the bank. Then I have also been incurred with discount. That is my expense. That is my expense. So discount account is also debited over here because it's an expense. How much rupees? 200. So two bill receivable, one account. The first bill has been cleared off by passing this particular entry. See, I had created the bill over here and I am clearing of the bill over here. Got it? How to pass the entries? Okay. Now, next what has happened? The second bill was endorsed. The second bill was endorsed in favor of whom? Mr. Sri. So we will assume that because it's endorsed, Mr. Sri is what? A debtor to us. Sorry, a creditor to us, because I am supposed to pay. Who is supposed to pay? Miss Sujata. Miss Sujata is supposed to pay them, right? So because of this, I am endorsing the bill. So whenever I endorse the bill, his balance should be reduced in the books. So what I do is, what entry I pass is, on what date was this? On 3rd of January. On 3rd of January. So on 3rd of Jan 22. First of all, I need to give the bill. So that means the bill is going out of my books. The bill is going out of my books. Whenever bill goes out, it's which was the asset, it is going out. So therefore, I will reduce the balance. So to bill receivable to account. How much is the value of the second bill? 15,000 rupees. Now, in whose favor I am endorsing it? Mr. Sri's account. Mr. Sri's account, who was a creditor to us. By debiting his account, I will clear his balance. Since I have given him the bill, he is no more supposed to ask me the money. Mr. Sri account is debited by rupees how much? 15,000. Yes, this is how you pass all the entries. And we are done with illustration number 1 also. Now look at the next question, that is illustration number 9. Before going to illustration number 9, I want to explain you some small topic. Let us put some space over here. There's something called as accommodation bill. Now what do you mean by accommodation bill? See, let us say there are two parties, Mr. A and Mr. B again. So what Mr. A does is, there is no sale transaction or there is no purchase transaction from the point of view of Mr. B. But still, Mr. A draws a bill, sends it to Mr. B. Mr. B accepts the bill and sends it to Mr. A. So now this has become a bill of exchange. But there is no underlying transaction based on which this bill is drawn. Understand what is happening? So basically they are drawing a fake bill. A fake bill they are drawing. Now what is the purpose? What might be the purpose of drawing this fake bill? This fake bill is only drawn because to discount this with a bank. To discount this with a bank. This is why, this is the only reason why the bill is being drawn. Now what happens? Bank gives them the money. Bank gives them the money. This money is being shared between these both people now. Mr. A and Mr. B share this money between them in any proportion, 60-40 or whatever proportion it can be. They might share it between themselves. Now because of this what happens? Because of this what happens? At the end of the day, Mr. B is supposed to pay the bill, right? See, because the bank will catch hold of whom? First of all, Mr. B. Because the bill says Mr. B will pay on so and so date. Since Mr. A was in need of money, he asks Mr. B to accept a fake bill. Mr. B accepts the fake bill. But now, if Mr. B is also doing the fraud with them, now Mr. B wants some cut in that, right? A small commission for the services he is giving for the accepting a fake bill. So Mr. A remits some of the money to Mr. B. Mr. B uses the money. At the end of the day, whenever the bill becomes due, what Mr. A does is he pays his share of money to B. B will also add up his share of money and pay the money back to the bank. Pay the money back to the bank. Till here there is no issues. Till here there is no issue. But the issue comes whenever, let's say, Mr. B defaults on the payment. Mr. B dishonors the bill. Bank will catch hold of whom? Mr. A. Or let's say Mr. A does not pay his share of money to Mr. B. When the due date comes up, Mr. A does not pay his share of money to Mr. B because it's a fake bill. Mr. B was actually not liable to pay any money, but he is just accepting the bill, because of which now he is able to pay. He is liable to pay to whom? To the bank. So Mr. A is also paying him some money of his share, whatever money he has used. Let us take a small monetary example. Let us say a fake bill of 10,000 rupees is done, which is called as accommodation bill. Out of this, Mr. A takes 5,000, Mr. B takes 5,000, but bank does not pay 10,000 rupees in whole. Let's say bank has paid how much? 9,000 rupees. So in the same proportion, both will divide the money because it was divided in half. So 4,500 will be divided by Mr. A, 4,500 will be divided by between Mr. B. So this is the proportion in which they will divide the money themselves. Clear? So the discount amount of rupees, how much? How much is discount over here? Rupees 100. Sorry, 1,000 is the discount. Rupees 1,000 is the discount. Right? So this discount will also be shared in the 50-50 ratio. In 50-50 ratio between these two people. Clear? At the end of the day, whenever the bill becomes payable, what Mr. A does is, his share of money, whatever he has received, he remits it to Mr. B. Mr. B, including his share of money, gives it to whom? To the bank. Pays it to the bank account. Clear? But let us say Mr. A does not remit his money. What Mr. B is supposed to do now? Mr. B will pay the bank. Mr. B will pay the bank by himself. And again draw a new bill on Mr. A. And this time, in order to recover the money, Mr. B again goes to the bank, discounts the bill, gives some part of the discounted amount to Mr. A. At the end of the day, Mr. A becomes insolvent. This is what happens. Let's see. In next question we will look at it, but in current question we will not look at the main question, but the main 9th question is a bit of a tricky question because in the 3 books we need to prepare the journal entries. So we will see how to prepare it. But accommodation bill basically means a fake bill which is created in order to finance themselves. See, let's say if you go to the bank and ask for the loan, bank won't give you the loan directly. It will ask for some n numbers of documents. Because of this, the loan disbursal procedure becomes delayed. So what people do is they create a accommodation bill saying that this is a bill. After 3 months you will get the money, no issues. After 3 months you will get the money. So bank will say, okay, no issues. I will give the money on a discounted basis and collect the money from whoever the person is. This is what is happening in accommodation bill. Okay, fine. So since the accommodation bill concept, basically in short terms, accommodation bill is a fake bill that is created without any underlying transaction, without any underlying sale or purchase transaction. A fake bill is created in order to defraud some banks. Clear? Okay. Now let's look at the question. See, This is a bit trickier question. So with the question, I will be drawing something. Let's see. Okay. Let's draw. So illustration number 9. On 1st July, George drew a bill of rupees 1,80,000 for 3 months on Harry for mutual accommodation. Okay. So for mutual accommodation, Mr. George has drawn a bill on whom? On Harry. George has drawn a bill on Harry, a fake bill, a accommodation bill on 1st of July. So let's let the party name down. So we have George and we have Harry. We have Harry. Now what has happened? George has drawn a bill on him. He has accepted the bill, right? So let's put it this way. Harry is accepting and giving the bill to George. So George becomes what? Our drawer, and Harry becomes our drawee. Drawee. Okay, fine. Now next what has happened? Harry accepted the bill of exchange. Okay, fine, no issues. So Harry accepted the bill and gave it back to George. George had purchased goods worth rupees 1,81,000 from Jack. Okay. Now what has happened? George has purchased some goods from whom? From Jack. From Jack, George has purchased some goods. So that means George owes money. George owes money to Jack. So what he does, instead of giving this, what what George is doing, on the same date, he has purchased some goods of rupees 1,81,000. So actual bill value is rupees 1,80,000. Okay, remember this. The bill value. The bill value is how much? 1.8 lakhs. 1.8 lakhs is the bill value. The bill of exchange value is 1,80,000. Now what? How much has purchased? Purchase of rupees how much? 1.81 lakhs. 1.81 lakhs. 1,81,000 has been purchased by Jack, from George, from Jack. Now, George gives him the bill of exchange. Instead of making the payment, he gives the bill of exchange of 1.8 lakhs. Let's look at the question. On 1st September, over here, okay. George endorsed Harry's acceptance to Jack. So what has George done? He has endorsed Harry's acceptance to whom? To Jack. Acceptance to Jack in full settlement. Now, whenever the word full settlement comes up, that means George does not owe anything to Jack now. That means, see, the purchase value is how much? 1,81,000 rupees. But how much is the bill value? 1,80,000 rupees. So that means 1,000 rupees is what? 1,000 rupees is a discount given over here. Discount given over here. Who gave the discount? Jack. Jack has given the discount to George of rupees 1,000 rupees, because George was supposed to pay Jack. Out of 1,81,000 ka purchase, he is paying only 1,80,000 worth of bill of exchange. He is endorsing the bill and saying that, okay boy, see, I won't be paying you again. Who will pay you? Harry will pay you. How much? 1,81,000 rupees, because Harry had drawn a bill on him, right? So now Harry is supposed to pay whom? Jack. Okay, going ahead. On 1st September 2022, Jack purchased goods worth rupees 1,90,000 from Harry. Now what has happened? Who is purchasing from whom? So, Harry has sold some goods to Jack, right? Harry has sold some goods to Jack. I will also change this to sold, okay? Because Jack had sold some goods to Harry, right? George. Okay. Now, Harry has sold some goods to Jack. That means Jack owes how much? The sale value is how much? 1.9 lakh. 1.9 lakh is the total sales value. Out of this, what is Harry doing now? Jack endorsed the bill of exchange received from George to Harry. Now what has Jack done over here? Jack has again endorsed the bill of exchange to whom? Endorsed the bill of exchange to whom? To Harry. Now Jack is endorsing the same bill to Harry. Now Harry takes the bill. Okay, give me the bill from this side, right? Okay. So Harry takes the bill, looks at the bill. This bill was signed by me only, right? This bill was signed by me only. So my bill was sent to George. Acceptance, after acceptance, it was sent to George. George gave it to Jack. Jack is giving it back to me. So that means I am supposed to pay myself. What is Harry thinking now? That Harry is supposed to pay himself, Arey Baba. The bill has went a full circle now. Okay. Then to Harry and paid 9,000 in full settlement. So what Jack has done is, see, 1.8 rupees, 1.8 lakh rupees bill plus 9,000 rupees in cash or bank he has paid him. So what is the total amount now? 1.8 plus 9 lakh is how much? 9,000 is how much? 1 lakh 80,000 plus 9,000 is how much? 1 lakh 89,000. 1 lakh 89,000 rupees. But what is the actual value of sale that is done? 1.9 lakh. That means what? Again, the word what is used? In full settlement of amount due to Harry. Due to Harry. So that means a amount of rupees. Again, a amount of rupees 1,000 is given as a discount. Now this time, who gave the discount to whom? Harry has given the discount to Jack because Harry has sold the goods. He is supposed to receive the money. He is supposed to receive the money. While receiving, he has received only 1,89,000. How 1,89,000? 9,000 through cash or bank and rupees 1,08,000 through what? Sorry, 1,80,000 through bill of exchange, which was originally accepted by Harry. Now Harry is only supposed to pay himself. Clear? Okay. Till here we are done. Now, on 1st October, what has happened? On 1st October, Harry purchased goods worth rupees 2 lakh from George. Now again, Harry has purchased goods from George. So that means George has sold goods for rupees how much? 2 lakhs. For rupees 2 lakhs. Fine. Now, Harry paid the amount due to George by check. No, so what is the amount due? Because Harry was supposed to pay George. Now, how come Harry has paid the amount? Because he has already issued a bill, right? And the bill is with him only. Then why is he supposed to pay George again? Why is he supposed to pay the George of the amount due that too? So we will see what? We will see this particular sale point from this particular sale point of view. We will see through journal entries itself. Okay. Give the necessary journal entries in the books of Harry, George and Jack. Okay, now this is the whole Chakravyuha that has happened over here. This whole Chakravyuha. So what you do is just take a photo of this. Just take a photo of this. I will tell you what to do. I will just zoom it in. Just have a photo of this somewhere with you. Or just draw this in your notebooks. Just draw this in your notebooks. After this, what we'll do is we will solve the whole journal entry based on this scenario. Okay, based on this scenario, we will just draw a whole journal entries in all the 3 books because they have asked us to journal entries in all the 3 books. Okay, so just pause the screen. Just pause the screen and take a note of it. Now, let's start with the journal entries. Okay, let's start with the journal entries. Okay, so now look at the question. So at first, what has happened? I will just erase this all. So first, what has happened? Let's read the question. So George drew a bill of rupees 1,80,000 for 3 months. On what date? On 1st of July. On Harry for a mutual accommodation. Okay, fine. Harry has accepted the bill of exchange. Okay, till here we will pass. Entry first. Till here we will pass. So what has happened? George has drawn the bill on whom? On Harry for 3 months for rupees 1,80,000 on 1st July. Right, and it has been accepted by Harry. Okay. So in the books of George, in the books of Harry, and in the books of Jack, in all the 3 books, we will simultaneously pass the entries. Fine. Okay. Whatever the drawing was there is available over here. If we have to take a look at it. Okay. Now let's start. So in the books of Harry, first of all, in the books of Harry, I will pass the entry for on 1st July. On 1st of July 22. The bill receivable entry, because George has drawn the bill, given it to Harry, Harry accepted it, gave it back to George. So because of this, the bill receivable entry will be what? Bill receivable account debited. Bill receivable account debited to Harry's account. To Harry's account. What is the amount? 1.8 lakhs. 1.8 lakhs. This is the first entry. Okay. See, before this there are no entries to be passed because the question starts from 1st July itself. There are no more entries before this date. So basically, before this date, there are no other entries to be passed. This is the first entry that I am passing over here. Clear? Why I am saying this? Because this is really important at the last of the question. I will tell you why. Then going ahead. Now, in the books of Harry, in the books of Harry what to do. On 1st of July 22, what has happened again? Bill payable, right? So to bill payable account, and I am debiting whose account? What was his name? George's account. I am debiting George's account. By rupees how much? Again 1.8 lakhs. Because this was the bill value. This was the bill value. That's why I am debiting George's account. Because I am showing that it is payable to George. No. Next, what has happened? Next, so this. Okay. So George had purchased goods worth rupees 1,81,000 from Jack on the same date. So in the books of Jack and George, see, now Harry is not concerned about this because the transaction is between George and Harry, right? So between Jack and George. So Harry is not at all concerned with this transaction. So pass the sale entry and purchase entry in both the books. So on the same date it seems. So same date, what has George done? George had purchased. So in the books of George it is a purchase entry. So purchase account debited to Jack's account. To Jack's account. What is the value of purchase? 1,81,000. So 1.81 lakhs. So in the books of Jack, there will be a sale entry on 1st of July. On 1st of July 22. What is the entry? Sale entry, right? So to whom? George. So George is the debtor, so I am debiting his account to sales account, which is income account. So I am crediting the account for rupees 1.81 lakhs. This is done till here. Now what has happened? After this, George endorsed Harry's acceptance to Jack. So whatever bill George had in his hand, this bill has been endorsed to whom? To Jack. To Jack. So again the transaction is between whom and whom? George and Jack. Our Jack. But Harry is concerned? No, no. Again Harry is not concerned about this transaction because the transaction of endorsement is being done between George and our Jack. Right? So now again pass the entries in both the books. So on what date? On what date? On 1st of September. See, first of all, find out the due date of the bill. First of all, find out the due date of the bill. When was the bill drawn? On the 1st July. On 1st of July 22, the bill was drawn. For how many months? For 3 months the bill was drawn. So 3 months would be how much? 7, 8, 9. July, August, September. After September, October. So 1st of October 22 will be the date plus 3 days grace period. That will be how much? 4th of October 22 will be my what? Due date. Due date of the bill. Okay, remember this. Okay, 4th of October, you just remember this. Now what has happened on 1st September 22, Jack had purchased goods. Jack purchased goods worth rupees 1,90,000. Sorry, wait. Somewhere we missed. Okay, wait a minute. Before this, George endorses Harry's acceptance to Jack in full settlement. Okay. Now George has endorsed it to whom? To Jack. To Jack. So pass the entry now. So in the books of George, on what date? Date is not mentioned, so we'll assume it to be the 1st July date. So endorsement entry. So whenever I endorse a bill to someone, the bill of exchange, whatever is there is in my hand, will go to him. So I should reduce the value of bill receivable then. So by reducing, I mean I will credit the account. So credited the account for rupees how much? 1.8 lakhs. Okay. Then what has happened? Then what has happened over here? Then to whom it is endorsed? To Jack. Because I am endorsing it to Jack, whatever balance was there in Jack's account, will be reduced now. But now it is reduced in full settlement. It is reduced in full settlement. That means I need to make it 0. So I had credited rupees 1.81 lakhs before. Now I will debit how much? 1.81 lakhs again. But there's a difference. Why? Because the bill is of rupees 1.8 lakhs. Now I am debiting only 1.81 lakhs. 1,81,000 is being debited, and to the credit I have only 1,80,000. So what has happened over here? If you remember in our transaction, there was a discount. Right? There was a discount. How much? Of how much? Wait a minute. there's a discount of how much rupees? 1000 rupees, because see, the transaction done between George and Jack was for rupees 1,81,000 rupees, but the bill was only of rupees 1,80,000. So that means the rupees 1000 rupees is a discount given by Jack to George. So whatever the discount Jack receives, George receives is a income. So whenever income increases, we will credit the account. Discount account rupees 1000. So if you want, you can just mention a note 1,81,000 minus 1,80,000. Got it? So 1000 rupees is the discount value. So same, pass the entry in the books of Jack now. So on the same date, I am receiving the bill. Who is receiving the bill? Jack is receiving the bill of exchange, endorsed bill from whom? From George. So I will first of all reduce George's value in the books. I will first of all reduce George's value in the books. Why? Because he is paying me in full settlement. Remember, he is paying me in the full settlement. So George account, how much? By rupees 1,81,000. 1,81,000 is the value of the sale done. So then after this, so I am receiving a bill receivable from George as an endorsement for rupees how much? 1,80,000. And remaining amount is what? Remaining amount is a discount given by me. So discount is an expense in the books of Jack. So therefore it is being debited by rupees 1000. Clear? This is how you pass the entries for endorsement. Then going ahead, what has happened? After endorsement, what has happened? So George endorsed acceptance on settlement. Okay, fine. Now from 1st September, on 1st September, Jack has purchased goods worth rupees 1,90,000 from whom? From Harry. So now this transaction is between whom and whom? Is between Harry and Jack. Is the transaction, the purchase or sale transaction is between Harry and Jack. Should I pass any entry in the books of George? No, sir. No entry should be passed in the books of George, because the transaction was between Harry and Jack. So now, what is done? Who has sold to whom? So Jack has purchased goods. So that means Harry has sold the goods. Right? Harry has sold the goods. So on what date? On 1st of September 22. On 1st of September 22, I have sold the goods. Who? Harry has sold the goods to whom? Jack. So Jack account debited to sales account. So as soon as I pass the entry, keep looking at the diagram, whatever you have drawn. Okay. So for how much? 1.9 lakh rupees. 1.9 lakh rupees is the transaction value for sales. The same way, we need to pass a purchase entry also. Right? We need to pass a purchase entry also. So the purchase entry would be what? Purchase account debited. Purchase account debited to, from whom I have purchased? From Harry. Harry's account, rupees 1.9 lakhs. Rupees 1.9 lakhs. Okay, fine. Then what has happened after this? After this, what has happened? Jack endorsed the bill of exchange received from George to Harry. What has Jack done? He has endorsed the same bill, whatever bill was there. See, only one bill is created in the whole transaction. There is no second bill. Only one bill of worth rupees 1.8 lakhs is being created. Okay. Now what is done? Jack has endorsed the same bill of rupees 1.8 lakhs to Harry, which was given by George to Harry. He's giving, and also on the same date he's paying 9,000 in full settlement of the amount due. Okay. So first of all, pass the entry in the books of Jack, the one who is endorsing the bill. On the same date, what he's doing, he is giving the bill. So bill is going out of my books of accounts. The bill is going out of my books of accounts. So the entry will be what? To what? To bill receivable account. See, whatever bill receivable I have received over here, I am crediting it now. I am crediting it. So this is been nullified in the books. So it means I don't have any books, any bills in my hand. Clear? Okay. What is the bill value? Rupees 1.8 lakhs. Rupees 1.8 lakhs was the bill value. Also he has paid money. How much money has he paid? How much money has he paid? Rupees 9,000. Right? But what was the actual transaction value? The transaction value was rupees 1.9 lakhs. So how much does this amount to? Only 1.89 lakhs. So that means 1,000 rupees is a discount received. Discount received because I am supposed to pay. Who? Jack was supposed to pay. Now, is Jack paying the whole amount? No, he's paying only 1,89,000 out of rupees 1,90,000. So because of this 1,000 rupees is a discount received. So because of this discount is received, so it is an income to me. So to discount account, rupees 1,000. Okay. Now what to debit then? See, whatever purchase was expense. Leave it. I had kept open Harry's account, right? Now clear off the account. Clear off Harry's account. Why am I clearing Harry's account? Because I am no more supposed to pay him anything. I have fully settled his account. I have fully settled his account. Because of that, I am clearing his account by rupees 1.9. So in my books, there is no more Harry account that is opened. Right? Okay. So this entry is done. Coming to the books of Harry, because the bill was endorsed by Jack to Harry, right? So because of this, now I have to pass an entry in the books of Harry also. So on what date? On 1/9/22. I'll just change the color just a minute. On 1/9/22, I am receiving a bill, right? Who is receiving a bill? Harry is receiving the bill, which is a bill receivable for Harry now. Wait a minute. It is a bill receivable account debited. Sir, but it was a bill payable right before. Yes, I know. It was a bill payable before. But now since it is coming through the way of endorsement, it will become the bill receivable for me. See, for Harry, it was a bill payable before. Because he had only accepted the bill. It was bill payable for him. But now since it is coming through other way it is coming as a bill receivable. I will tell you what to do. Don't worry when I am here. Now, what is the value of the bill? Rupees 1.8 lakhs. Okay. Along with this, what has he received? He has received some money also, right? Through bank account, which is debited because my bank balance is increasing by rupees how much? 9,000. Also, he is giving a discount of rupees 1,000 to Jack. So that discount is a expense to whom? To Harry. So discount account will also be debited by rupees how much? 1,000. Okay. Now, since 1,09,000 worth of transactions are entered, whatever Jack's account was kept open over here, it is to be cleared off because it is fully settled now. As per Jack and Harry, it is fully settled now. So, it was debited before. Now, I will create the transaction to clear it off. So, to Jack's account, how much? Rupees 1.9 lakhs. 1.9 lakhs I have cleared. So, Jack's account is also closed in my books now by rupees 1.9 lakhs. Okay. Till here we are done. Okay. Now, so full settlement beyond Harry. Okay. Okay. Next is the purchase transaction. Before going to purchase transaction, there is one more entry. Now we know that whatever bill was accepted by Harry, is going full circle, is going a full circle and coming back to me. Is coming back to Harry as a bill receivable. It is the same bill which was accepted by Harry as a bill payable is coming back to me as a bill receivable. So now tell me, do you think in his balance sheet, if I have to draw Harry's balance sheet, this is Harry's balance sheet. Okay, this is my liability side, this is my asset side. Okay, when he had created a bills payable, it would have been mentioned as bills payable on the liability side for rupees 1.8 lakhs. Now he is receiving a endorsed bill from whom? From Jack. For rupees how much? Again 1.8 lakhs. But this bill will be called as what? Bill receivable, which will be listed on the asset side. Because see, if you see, the first entry is passed on the asset side. That means the bill receivable has a debit balance. So it's a asset to me. Asset to me, right? Now you tell me, this Harry idiot is keeping the same bill in his hand. The same bill in his hand. This is not a different bill. This is the same bill which was accepted and it has come back. So now you tell me, is it logical? Is it logical to keep this same bill open in the books? Is it logical to keep the same bill open in the books? No, sir. Why should I keep the same bill open again? So cancel it off. Now how will I cancel this account? How will I cancel this? How can this bill be cancelled? Tell me. Think and tell me. How can this bill be cancelled? Simply by reversing it off. How will I reverse it off? Look at over here. On the same date, bill payable account debited to bill receivable account. to bill receivable account. How much is the value of the bill? 1.8 lakhs. Why did I pass this entry? See, if you see properly, there was a bill payable opened over here, which is not yet closed because it was not clear. When it was, if it would have been honored and Harry would have made the payment, this bill payable would have been debited and cleared off, right? But there is no debit entry anywhere, right? So now what I'm doing, what am I doing? I am cancelling the bill. So to cancel a credit entry, what should I do? To cancel a credit entry, what should I do? I should debit it. I will debit it. I have debited it. And here there was a bill receivable which was received the first time. See, the first receivable entries over here only, and there are no receivable entries before this, right? So this was the first receivable entry. Now, should I keep these receivables open in my book? This bill receivable open in my book? No, sir, because this has to be cancelled. How will I cancel a debit entry? By creating it. This is what I have done. This is what I have done. I have debited bills payable account and credited bills receivable account. By this, I have cancelled off both the entries. So now in my balance sheet, I have cancelled this amount, I have cancelled this amount. So because of this, both will have a nullifying effect and my balance sheet will still tally. My balance sheet will still tally. Clear? Okay. So I just erase this. Okay. Now, going ahead, till cancellation we are done. So the bill has went a full circle and came back to Harry's hand. So he has cancelled the bill in his books of account. By the way, this bill was a fake bill, right? This bill, whatever was issued, was a fake bill. So it is going rounds and rounds and coming back to Harry only. Arey Baba, the fake bill which I had accepted is coming back to me. The accommodation bill which was accepted by Harry is coming back to Harry only. So he has made a fool of himself. Fine, let's go further. So on 1st October 22, what has happened? Harry again purchased some goods worth rupees 2000 from George. Now this time Harry is purchasing some goods from George. Okay. First of all, pass the entry. For this, pass the entry first of all. So different color we will pass the entry. So on what date? On 1st of October. Is the bill expired? No, because on 4th of October the bill was supposed to be due. But here was what has happened? Already we have passed the entry. Already we have passed entry to clear of the bill. Right? We have already passed the entry to clear of the bill. So now tell me, the entry for purchases on 1st of October 22. What is the entry that is supposed to be passed over here? The entry will be who has purchased from whom? Harry has purchased goods from George. So for George, it's a sale transaction. So the sale transaction will be what? Uh, Harry's account debited to sales account for how much? What is the worth of a transaction? Rupees 2 lakh. Okay, and the books of Harry on 1/10/22. What is the transaction? He's a purchase transaction for Harry because Harry has purchased the goods. Purchase account debited to George's account for rupees 2 lakh. Okay. Is Jack concerned with this? No, because in Jack's book, if you see, every transaction is closed. Whatever George account was opened is closed over here for 1.81 lakhs, for 1.81 lakhs. Fine. Bill receivable account was opened for 1.8 lakhs, which has been reversed over here for rupees 1.8 lakhs. So this is also clear. So Harry's account was opened over here and it was debited over here again. So Harry's account is also closed. So in the books of Jack, every other accounts are closed. Okay. But in the books of George, let's see. Whatever bill receivable account was created, has it been closed anywhere? Okay, here we have closed the bills receivable account. So okay, so bill receivable account has been closed for rupees 1.8 lakhs, for rupees 1.8 lakhs. So bill receivable account is closed. Fine. Let's look at Harry's account. Harry's account, what has happened? First of all, let's look at Jack's account. Okay. So Jack's account, if you see, has been opened here for 1.18 lakhs, and for Jack's account again it has been cleared for 1.18 lakhs. Right? Debited. Okay. So Jack's account is also fully closed in the books of George. But what has happened over here? Harry's account was opened for 1.8 lakhs. So as per George's books of accounts, Harry Harry is a creditor because I have credited the entry, right? I have credited the entry, so therefore he is a creditor in the books of George. Is the entry closed anywhere? Is the entry closed? No, sir. But it is debited over here. But for how much amount? It was for 1.8 lakhs, but it's for 2 lakhs. Now that means that there is some amount due to be received from Harry. Because I have debited 2 lakhs, I have credited 1.18 lakhs. So the net amount remains on the credit side, right? So that means it is supposed to be received. See, here he was a debtor, here he was a creditor. Debtor for rupees 2 lakhs, creditor for rupees 1.8 lakhs. So that means net he has to receive from Harry. He has to receive from Harry. Fine. But in this case, how much is to be received? Rupees 20,000. Why? 1.8 lakhs 1.8 lakhs minus 20,000. On debit we have rupees 20,000 pending, right? Sorry, on credit we have rupees 20,000 pending. Okay, then going ahead. In Harry's book, let's see. Bills payable was opened over here. Where is it cancelled? See, over here it is cancelled. For a credit entry, we had passed a debit entry over here. So for 1.18 lakhs, sorry, for 1.8 lakhs, for 1.8 lakhs, the entry is clear. Then we had opened Jack's account over here, right? And we have closed Jack's account over here for 1.9 lakhs, for 1.9 lakhs. This is also clear, no issues. Then we had opened George's account over here by debiting it for 1.8 lakhs, and we have opened it over here once again for rupees 2 lakhs. Again, that means there is a 20 rupees balance remaining. But as per the question, what has happened next? Harry paid the amount due to George by check. So Harry, whatever amount was pending to be paid to George, has been paid to how? Paid through a check. Now, pass the entry. Who has paid whom? Harry has paid George. Harry has paid George. So therefore, George is receiving money. That means the entry will be what? The entry will be what? The last final entry on 1/10/22. Have they mentioned the dates? No, right? So we'll say assume to be on same date. So Harry is receiving the money. Harry is receiving the money because my bad. George is receiving the money from whom? From Harry. From Harry, George is receiving the money. See, Harry paid the amount to George. Harry has paid the amount to George. So in the George book, I am passing the entry as bank account debited. To what? From Harry, I have received the money. Harry account. Okay. Now comes the question: what is the amount? Amount will be rupees 20,000. Amount will be rupees 20,000. Whatever was due. So if you see again, if you see again, for how much amount is Harry's account credited in the books of George? In the books of George, Harry's account has been credited here for rupees 1.8 lakhs and again here for rupees 20,000. So how much is total credit? Rupees 2 lakhs. And again here it is debited for rupees 2 lakhs. So that means the amounts are cancelled off. The amounts are cancelled off and nothing is pending to be received or to be paid to Harry. So George's account is completed. Done. Then going ahead. In the books of Harry, Harry has paid the amount to whom? To George. So pass the payment entry. Pass the payment entry on 1/10/22. On 1/10/22, what has happened? What will be the journal entry? I have paid. So to bank account. Harry has paid. So to bank account. How much? That we will see further. Next, what is to be debited? George's account has been debited. Why? Because George, we have paid the money, right? So George's account has been debited. I would say here also the amount would be 20 lakhs. Sorry, 20,000. Why 20,000 rupees? See. First of all, it was debited over here for 1.8 lakhs and then again I debit the same account for rupees 20. So on debit, how much is the balance? 1.8 lakhs plus 20,000 rupees. So total 2 lakh rupees. And subsequently, I have also created George's account for rupees 2 lakhs. That means what? That means my debit will be equal to credit. So that means there is no balance remaining to be received or paid to George in the books of Harry. In the books of Harry, there is no amount received or receivable or payable at the end of the day. So we are done with the question. So this is how you prepare the whole accounts. This is how you prepare the whole accounts. Understood? First of all, understand the case. First of all, understand the case. What is happening in the case? After that, go on passing the entries. Fine. Or without that, you will like simply mess up your whole answer. If you want, take some time, draw a big chart like this, no issues. Okay, see, ICI might not complicate the questions more than this. Okay, so like try to like solve it again and again, you will get a good hold of it. And at the end, what you can do, you can pass in only one books individually. Now I have passed the entries in all the three books separately, so that you people should understand how to pass the entries in the same concept. If I just pass one entries, then go to the next book again, I have to repeat the whole story once again. So to avoid that, I have created all the accounts simultaneously and got done with it. Clear? Okay. So we are done with illustration number 9. Now we have illustration number 10. Okay. A bit of a tricky question. Look. So I want everyone's attention, proper attention over here. Okay. In this case, there are only two parties, so don't worry. So there are no three parties, only two parties. But in this question, there is a big twist in the story. Let's see. So let me zoom it. Okay. Look at the question. X draws on Y a bill of exchange for rupees 30,000. So that means what has happened over here? X, Y. X is the drawer. X is the drawer and X is the drawee. Then for how much? Rupees 30,000 on 1st April for 3 months. On 1st April for 3 months. Now because of this, what is the value? I will just mark this on 1st April and for 3 months. Okay, fine. Then Y accepts the bill and sends it to X, who gets it discounted for rupees 28,800. So is there any sale transaction given the question? No. That means we will assume that it is a accommodation bill. We will assume that it is a accommodation bill. Now he has got it discounted for rupees 28,800. So what is the first discount? First discount it is charged. How much? How much is it? 28,800 minus total bill value. It will be rupees 200. 200 is the discount value. Okay, for the first case. Okay, then going ahead. X immediately remits the money of rupees 9,600 to Y. So now what has happened? Because of this, we'll come to know that it is a accommodation bill. So what has happened over here? X has drawn a bill, gave it to Y. Y accepted it, gave it back to X. X went to the bank, discounted the bill, and gave some money to Y. Gave some money to Y. So because these both are party to fraud, the party involved in the fraud transaction. So because of this, he has given what? 9,600 to Y. But along with this 9,600, what else should be given? A part in discount amount. A part in discount should also be given. Okay, fine. Then going ahead. Okay, I think I have made a small mistake. Okay, just a minute. It is not 1,200. It is 1,200. 30,000 minus 28,800 will be 1,200 rupees. Okay, fine. Let's move ahead. Then on the due date, what has happened? X being unable to remit the amount due. See, now bank will approach whom for the payment? Mr. Y. Mr. Y, right? Bank will approach Mr. Y for the payment. Now, because it was an accommodation transaction, I am supposed to give back my share to Y. So because Y is supposed to make the payment, right? I have kept some money, I have given some money to Y. Now my share of money, I should give it back to Y, so that Y can make the payment on time. On the due date of the bill, Y can make the payment. But what has happened over here? X is not being able to make the payment, unable to remit the amount due. So what he does? Y pays the money. Y pays the money because Y is supposed to pay, or else bank will come to X. But X don't have money now in his account. So what will he do? So that's why Y is paying off the money. So for that, entry needs to be passed. Then what has happened? Because of this default, he accepts the bill for rupees 42,000 for 3 months, which is discounted by Y for rupees 40,110. Okay, now what has happened over here? Now Y is drawing a bill on X. Now Y is drawing a bill on X now. Understood? So in first transaction, Y had drawn, but in second case, Y is drawing on X. So now he will have a bill receivable, I will have a bill payable in my books. For rupees how much? For rupees 42,000. So second discount will be how much? He again got this bill discounted with the bank, right? He again got this bill discounted with the bank. For how much rupees? 42,000 minus for 40, 110. 1,890. 1,890 is the second discount. This amount. Minus this amount. Got it? Now, what Y does is, he sends rupees 6740 to X. He again sends Y is sending me how much to X? Rupees 6740. But because of this, again he will also share the discount amount also. That we will look at in the journal entry. Before maturity of the bill, that was how much? 3 months, right? The second bill was issued. See, first bill was already cancelled. Sorry, already honored by whom? Y. So Y paid to bank. So first bill was done. Now he has issued a new bill on X for rupees 42,000. Now this bill was maturing in 3 months. So don't take tension about first bill. First bill is already paid off. So on the maturity date. Now on the before the maturity, X became bankrupt. X was supposed to pay X. X was supposed to pay so much money to Y. Now X says what? X says what? Become bankrupt. So he has raised his hand saying that I won't be able to pay you anything, my brother. Brother, it's a brother. But what has happened? His estate, that is his son or his daughter, was able to pay 50 paisa in a rupee. 50 paisa in a rupee. Now what does this mean? I will tell you while passing the journal entry. What does this particular sentence mean? Clear? Give the journal entry in the books of X and Y. So now I have to prepare journal entries in the books of X and Y. Let us see. Now look at the parts. So in the books of X and in the books of Y. Let us see how to pass the entry. So first entry will be what? X has drawn a bill on Y. So first of all the bill will be accepted by Y. So X is a drawer, Y is the drawee for rupees 30,000 on 1st April or for 3 months. Okay, let's pass the entry. So on 1st of April, 2022, what is the entry? Bill receivable account debited. Bill receivable account debited to Y's account. Remember, this is a fake transaction. There were no transaction before this date. Before this date, there were no transactions. So this is the accommodation built on. Remember this. For rupees how much? For rupees 30,000. For rupees 30,000 in the books of X. Now in the books of Y, on the same date, what is the entry? X's account debited to bill payable account. This time it is a bill payable account for Mr. X. So Mr. Y. Okay, 30,000 rupees. Okay. So I won't be explaining this entry once again because this is the basic entry that we have passed before. Now let's go to the discounting part. So then what has happened? Accepted the bill. Okay, fine. And sends it to X. Okay. Who gets it discounted for rupees 28,800? So now X has taken the bill to the bank. On the same date, X has taken the bill to the bank. Shubh काम में देरी कैसी? So the entry will be what? So he has received the money. So bank account debited because he's received the money. To bill receivable account. Why bill receivable account is credited? Because the bill is being given to the bank now. The bill is being given to the bank. So that's why the bill receivable has been taken out of the books of accounts by crediting it. So it was debited before. Now I am crediting it to take it off from the books. For what amount? How much is received? 28,800 is received over for the bill of rupees 30,000. So now the difference amount is what? The difference amount was what? We had discussed before, right? It is the discount received of rupees 1,200. Let me just confirm it. For 1,200. So now because it's a discount given by the bank to the the discount was charged by the bank to Mr. X. So this is the expense to Mr. X. So when the expense increases, we will increase the balance. Discount account debited by rupees how much? 1,200. 1,200. Done. So now in the books of Y, will there be any entry? For discounting of the bill, will there be any entry? No sir. Why? Because this transaction was done between whom and whom? Mr. X and the bank. So Mr. Y does not bothering himself with this transaction. So no entry will be passed in the books of Y. Remember this, okay? Fine. Then going further, then what happens? Once the bill was discounted, X immediately remits how much? 9,600 to Y. So X has immediately remitted 9,600 to whom? Mr. Y. But wait a minute. Now we have to check how much the discount being disbursed. See, with this amount, this is the proper amount given to him out of 28,800. But why should only Mr. X bear all the discount burden? Why should Mr. X bear only the discount burden? So this discount burden should also be transferred to Mr. Y for the amount transferred. See, how to find that out? For 28,800, he is giving him how much? 9,600. Then for 1,200 of a discount, how much should be given? So cross multiply this. Multiply 1,200 with 9,600 and divided by this. So the entry will be 9,600, sorry, into 1,200 divided by 28,800. How much will that be? 600 into 1,200 divided by 28,800. That would be rupees 400. Rupees 400. So rupees 400 is the discount given by or transferred by X to Y. Clear? The discount amount that is transferred by X to Y. Now, pass the entry for the payment. On the same date, the amount was transferred to Y. So, payment entry, right? So, to bank account. How much is the transfer amount? 9,600 it seems. Okay. Then what has happened? To discount account. Why am I crediting discount account? Because my expense is being reduced. Because I am transferring some discount amount out of 1,200. I am taking some part and transferring it to whom? Y. So because of this, my expense has been reduced. See, before my expense was 1,200. But since because of this transaction, I am transferring some amount to Y. Right. So because of this, my expense is reducing. And whenever my expense reduces, I will credit the account. So we have found out the amount also rupees 400. So that means what is the total amount being transferred to Y? What is the total amount being transferred to Y? To Y's account. Divided how much? How much is the amount? Rupees 10,000. So out of 30,000 rupees, 10,000 is being transferred to whom? Y. So remember 20,000 is with me and 10,000 is with Mr. X. Fine. Let's continue. But before this, transfer entry, right? After this, he has also received the money. He has also received the money. So what will the entry in here? Bank account debited. Why? Because I am receiving money. How much have I received? 9,600. But also received what? Discount with it. Discount account debited. Why? Because I am receiving discount from him. So to X account. How much rupees? 10,000. Why is X account and why is Y's account here debited? Because I am showing a reversal of the previous transaction. Reversal of this transaction I am showing over here. Clear? Because I was not, this was a fake transaction. So I am showing the reversals over here itself. Then let's see what happens. Clear with this entry? Let's move forward. So now what has happened? On the due date, X was unable to make the remit the amount due. Okay. So now let's cut off till here first of all. So since X was not able to remit the amount to Y, because of this, Y has to make the payment to the bank now. Because on the due date, what will happen? Bank will catch hold of Y first. First it will catch hold of Y. So now Y is making the payment for the whole bill. What was the actual bill receivable value? It was rupees 30,000 rupees. So the whole amount of rupees 30,000 will be paid by Y to the bank. So the entry will be, first of all, what was the due date? So due date is what for the first bill? So first bill was created on 1st of April 22 with a maturity of how much? Sorry, with a due date of 3 months. That will be how much? April, May, June. So 1st of July 22 plus 3 days will be how much? 4th of July 22 on 4th of July 22, what has happened over here? Y has made the payment towards the bill payable. So whatever bill payable is created by him should be cancelled off now. Right? This bill is already cancelled over here in the books of X because bill receivable whatever was there has been transferred to the bank. But this bill is still pending. So how will this be cleared? By paying it off. So I will debit bills payable account to cancel it off to bank account. Why? Because I am making the payment to bank account. So for rupees how much? For rupees 30,000. So 30,000 has been paid to the bank to clear off the bills payable. So now In his books, all the bills payable are clear. Okay. Now what has happened? After this, he accepts the bill for rupees 42,000 for 3 months, which is discounted by Y for rupees 40,000. So now, who has drawn bill on whom? Y has drawn bill on X. Y has drawn bill on X for rupees how much? 42,000 rupees. So first of all, pass the entry for this, and then we can move on to the discounting part. So I'll just change the color over here. So on the same date, that is 4th July 22, uh, Y has issued a bill receivable now, this time, right? It is other way around. To what? To Mr. X account. To Mr. X account. For rupees how much? 42,000. For rupees 42,000. Okay. And in the same way, in the books of Mr. X, it has been accepted. It has been accepted, right? So therefore, this 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 will become what? Y's account debited. Again, bill creation entry will pass to what account? To bills payable this time. Bills payable account for rupees 42,000. For rupees 42,000 rupees. Yes. So next, what has happened over here? Okay. So till here we were done. Which was discounted by Y for rupees 40,110 for 40,000. So in the books of Y, pass the bill discounting entry. So on the same date, 4/7/22, he has discounted the bill. So he has received the money from the bank for the discounting. Account debited. To bill receivable is out of my books because I am giving the bill to the bank now. I am giving the bill to the bank now. So now tell me, what is the amount? 40,110. 40,110 rupees. Right? But what was the actual value of the bill? 42,000 rupees. So now the difference amount will be what? Difference amount will be rupees 1890. 1890. This will be what? This will be the discount charged by the bank to me. Discount charged by the bank. So it is a expense. So that's why it is debited. It is debited. This is a discounting entry. But will the discounting entry pass in the books of X? No, because the transaction was done between whom? Y and the bank. Y and the bank. So no discounting entry will be passed in the books of Mr. X. Then going ahead. Now what Y has done is he sends rupees 6740 to X. Now what is Mr. Y doing over here? He is sending rupees 6740 to X. Now again we need to compute what? The discounting part, what is to be transferred. Now this is the tricky part. Please listen to this carefully. Okay, I will just erase this part only, or else let's do one thing. Let's mention the answer over here. Okay. Now have a look at the transaction carefully. See, first of all, what was the amount transferred now? What is the amount transferred? 6740. So 6740 is the amount transferred. See, how much was received through the bank? 110. 40,110 was received through the bank, right? And how much amount is transferred? 6740 is transferred. Plus 20,000 rupees. And what is this 20,000 rupees, sir? Remember, I had told you before that out of the total amount of 30,000 rupees, out of the total amount of first 30,000 rupees, how much is kept by X? Rupees 20,000. 20 was kept by X and remaining 10 was remitted over here to Y. Remember this? So 20 was kept by X. So now while computing the discount, I need to compute it with the both these amounts. With both these amounts, how much will that be? 26,740. 26,740 is the total amount due to Mr. X. And what is the discount amount? 1,890. Out of this, how much is to be received? How much is to be received? That we need to check. 1,1890. So cross multiply this with this. That will be 26,740 into 1,890 divided by 40,110. That will be how much? Rupees 1,260. 1,260 will be the amount of discount that should be disbursed to Mr. X. So first of all, pass the entry in Mr. X Y's book for the disbursement. So on the same date, he has disbursed how much through bank? to bank account. How much is the transfer amount? 6740. Remember this amount? 6740 is transferred. See, 20,000, don't take it again over here. It is already with Mr. X for the first bill. Remember, Mr. X had discounted the bill, kept 30,000 worth of amount with him. 10,000 was given to the Y. So, bank account how much? 6740. 6740 is the amount. Also, with this, what is transferred? 2. Discount is also transferred. Since discount was expense to Mr. Y, it is being transferred to Mr. X now. Because of this, my expense has reduced. Because of this, I am creating the entry. For how much rupees? One. What was the amount? 1260. 1260. So now 1260. So tell the total amount 1260 plus 6740. That will be rupees 8,000. So that means out of 42,000, 8,000 has been remitted to whom? To Mr. X. So that will be X's account debited. Okay. Now here in this case, again pass the same entry. On 4/7/22, on 4/7/22, what has happened? Mr. X has received the money of how much? 6740. Along with the money, what has he received? He has received the discount also. He has received the discount also, which is the expense to him. How much is the discount received? 1260. That we have computed already, right? Remember we have computed it over here. Yes? Okay. Now, to what? To Y's account. Because Y has remitted the amount, I am crediting his account so that to show a payable. To show a payable. Rupees 8,000. Okay, fine. Till here we are clear. Now, going ahead. Before the maturity of the bill, what has happened? X has become bankrupt. Mr. X has become bankrupt and his estate was able to pay only 50 paisa in a rupee. His estate was able to pay only 50 paisa in a rupee. So what does 50 paisa in a rupee mean? Let us say Mr. X had owed rupees 10,000. 50 paisa in a rupee means in 1 rupees, in rupees 1, 0.5 is recoverable. That means out of 10,000, how much is recoverable? I can cross multiply over here. So that would be rupees 5,000. In simple terms, I can multiply 0.5 with rupees 10,000. I will get 5,000 rupees. So only 5 out of 10,000 rupees. Out of 10,000 rupees, only 5,000 was recoverable. Only 5,000 rupees was recoverable from X. This is what it means. When I say 50 paisa in a rupee, in a single rupee, I am recovering only 50 paisa. Okay, so 100 paisa makes 1 rupee. Remember this? Okay, if you don't know how paisa works, one single rupee is equals to 100 paisa, because you people are Gen Z people who don't know what paisa is sometimes. Okay, see, this was not yet cancelled. See, whenever what happens over here? What happens over here? See, first of all, since Mr. X has become insolvent, bank will catch hold of Mr. X first because the bill was discounted. Remember, the bill was discounted over here. Now, the bank will catch hold of Mr. X. The bank will catch hold of Mr. X. Will X be able to make the payment? No. So then, whom will bank catch hold of? Whose collar will bank catch? Mr. Y's collar. But Mr. Y can make the payment. Yes, he has to make the payment because there is no other way. Because Mr. X has raised his hands. He has become bankrupt. I won't be making the payment. So Mr. Y has to make a payment. So first of all, pass the entry for Y making the payment to the bank. So that would be on the due date. So right, what's the due date of the bill? So 3 months bill, I guess the new bill was also created for 3 months. There was a bill value. Again for 3 months the bill was created. So July full month, August, September, 3 months done. September, October 4th is the maturity. October 4th plus 7 days. That would be how much? October plus 7. October 4th plus 7 plus 3. Sorry. October 4th plus 3 days will be how much? 7th of October 22. What has happened over here? Bill receivable, whatever was created, has been reversed off. Sorry, I will transfer the amount to whose account? To X's account, because he was supposed to pay me. He was supposed to pay me 2. See, since this bill, whatever was there, since this bill, whatever was there, has been transferred to the bank. Where is the entry? Here is the entry. Since this bill, whatever was created, has been transferred to the bank, right? So the bill is no more in my hand. So I cannot debit or credit the bill account. What can I do? I can debit only X account because of this dishonor. Again, Mr. X is owing to Mr. Y. Again, Mr. X is owing 42,000 rupees to Y. So I have debited that account to what? To what? To bank account, because I am paying the whole amount to the bank for rupees. How much? 42,000. Simple dishonor entry I have passed over here. Remember the theory part, whatever I taught you. Just go back to the video and check the theory part where I have shown you. In case of discounting of bill, if the bill is dishonored, what will be the entry in the books of drawer? In the books of drawer, because drawer is not making the payment. So in the books of drawer, what is the entry that is passed? This will be the entry passed. Just go back and check the entry. Okay. Now, in the books of Mr. X, again I will pass a dishonor entry. So what will be the dishonor entry? See, bill payable was created over here, and it is not cancelled anywhere. So I should cancel it because it is dishonored now. I will cancel the entry. So the cancellation entry will be by debiting the bills payable account. Again, look at the theory part to get the more better grasp of it. By 2 Y's account, that is rupees 42,000, 42,000, 42,000 rupees. Now what to do? Now again compute the values. Once again. So debit will be positive and credit will be negative. So 30,000 rupees negative. 30,000 rupees negative in your calculators. So 30,000 minus equals, you press, you will get the value in negatives. So add. Then Y's account is credited over, debited over here for rupees 10,000. So add 10,000 rupees. Then again Y's account has been debited over here for 42,000 rupees. So again add 42,000 rupees. Then Y's account has been credited over here for 8,000 rupees. So less 8,000 rupees. Then Y's account has been credited over here for rupees 42,000. So less 42,000 rupees. So I have got my answer in negative 28,000. Answer is negative 28,000 rupees. So that means my credit is more than my debit. My credit is more than my debit. So that means I have to debit Y's account again. To make it cleared off. So I will pass the entry now. On the same date, I will pass the entry, that is Y's account debited for rupees 28,000. Since I had a balance of negative 20,000, on this if I add 28,000 again, it will become 0. You can check it yourself. Because debit was a positive amount. Credit was a negative. I have got the value in negatives, right? That is minus 28,000. Right? So that means my credit is more than my debit. Or else do one thing, draw Y's account and you will come to know. You people learned ledger, so draw the Y's account. You will come to know how to prepare it. Okay. If you have to do in calculator, this is how I have taught you people. Okay. So because of this, I have debited 28,000 now. So if you on the minus 28,000, if you add 28,000 again, it will be 0. It will nullify itself. So it will be 0. But now tell me this. Will this 28,000 be cleared completely? No. Why? Because X is not able to pay. Whenever I say debited, that means I am clearing a credit entry. Right? Whatever creditor balance was remaining in my books of X, I am clearing it by debiting it now. Now to clear it, out of whole amount, how much can be paid? Only half of that. 0.5 paisa can be paid. 0.5 rupee can be paid. So to bank account, how much? Only 14,000 can be paid. Only 14,000 rupees can be paid. But sir, the remaining amount will go to my deficiency account. Again, look at the theory part. I have taught you clearly how to figure out the entries over there for the insolvency. 14,000 will be the deficiency, which is a income, which is a kind of income to Mr. X. So it is credited now. Then, in the books of Mr. Y, again do the same exercise over here. Add all the debits, less all the credits. So start from the beginning. So first of all, we have an entry for debit for rupees 30,000. Then for 10,000 we have a minus 10,000. Then again wherever X is opened. Okay, here once again X is opened for rupees 42,000 less 42,000 because it was a credit. Then debited for rupees 8,000, so add 8,000 rupees. Then again 42,000 rupees has been added over here because debited. So add 42,000 rupees. So it will again give me a balance of positive 28,000. That means my debit is more than my credit. My debit is more than my credit. So if I credit again Mr. X account, that means my balance will be clear. So what I will do here over is to X's account I have credited by rupees 28,000 rupees. Since I have got a balance of Since I have got a balance of 20,000 rupees in positives, now since the entry is credited, so I will less 28,000 and the answer will be 0. And the answer will be 0. Clear? Okay. Now, will the whole amount be cleared? No sir. Only how much will be received in the bank account? How much will X pay? Is X able to pay? Only rupees 14,000. The remaining 14,000 rupees will go to where? Go to my bad debts account. Remember, whenever something is not recoverable from a debtor, we transfer it to bad debts account. Clear? Why is X account created over here? Because he was a debtor to me. He was a debtor to me. He was a debtor to me. Now by crediting his account, I have cleared his account completely. Yes. So by this we are done with all the entries. By this we are done with all the journal entries that was to be done for the accommodation bill. Okay, so we'll move on to the next question then. So we are in the last point of our chapter, that is fourth registration. So see, this is some of the entries which are mixed up with all the questions. So I'm just taking this up because some of them are really good with the adjustment part and some of them are some loose entries. Okay, so we just solve all of them. Let's see. Generalize the following transactions in the K. Katrak's book, or we will call him Mr. K. Okay, Mr. K. The name is little big. So assume you are Mr. K and pass all the entries. So first one, listen to the question really carefully because the question is only a bit confusing. K's acceptance to Basu for rupees 2,500 discharged by cash payment of rupees 1,000 and new bill for the balance plus 50 rupees interest was issued. First of all, let's understand what is happening over here. See, we have Mr. K over here. We have Mr. K over here. Mr. K over here. Now, Mr. K's acceptance. So that means Mr. K has accepted somebody's bill. Mr. K has acceptance to Basu. To Basu. Tell me who is a drawer, who is a drawee. Since K has accepted it, he is a drawee. He will have bills payable in his books of accounts. And he is the drawer. Drawer. So he will have the bills receivable in his books. So what has happened over here? Mr. K's acceptance to Mr. Basu for rupees 2,500 discharged by cash payment of rupees 1,000. So the bill was drawn for rupees 2,500 before. Before a bill was already drawn and accepted by Mr. K for rupees how much? 2,500, which is now being discharged for rupees 1,000. Can we do that? No. But what has happened for a new bill was issued. So for the remaining amount, a new bill was issued for the balance plus extra interest was added to the bill. Extra interest was added to the bill and 1,000 rupees was discharged. So that means out of 2,500, I have to say, out of 2,500 worth of bill, 1,000 rupees has been paid in cash and remaining 1,500 whatever was there plus 50 rupees interest. For this component, what we have done, we have issued a new bill. Okay, fine. So now let's see how to pass the entry. So we know that in the books of Mr. K, since we are passing all the entries in the books of Mr. K, we have to pass bills payable. So first of all, let's cancel the old bills payable. So whenever I am cancelling old bills payable, the entry will be what? bills payable account debited. Account debited. This is for old bill. This is for old bill. How much was the bill value? 2500. I am cancelling the old bill. How is this bill being cancelled? Because of what? Because of the discharging. How? Through cash. Through cash, I have paid how much? Rupees 1000 I have paid through cash. We have seen that over here. For a new value of rupees, how much? 1550, we have issued a new bill. So this is what? This is again a bills payable, because see, Mr. K was supposed to pay 2500, but he has paid only how much? 1000 rupees. So for remaining 1500 plus 50 rupees, we are issuing a new bill. We are accepting a new bill. Basically, Mr. K is accepting a new bill. So bills payable account. This is my new bill. How much? For rupees 550. So the remaining amount of rupees 50 will be an expense. Which is my interest account. Will be a expense to me. So whenever expense increases, we will debit the account. So that's why my interest account has been debited over here with rupees what? 50. Because they have clearly mentioned that interest is rupees 50. So including that, I have tallied my accounts over. So my debit is equal to my credit. Yes? Okay. Moving ahead. So this was my first part. My first statement. Next, let's go. See, all of this are independent scenarios. No, each one of them are linked. Clear, remember, okay? All of them are independent scenarios. Just like the old question, these are not linked with each other. So, G. Gupta's acceptance for rupees 4000, which was endorsed by K to Mr. Mehta, was dishonored. Okay. Love triangle. Mehta paid 20 rupees noting charges, bill withdrawn against check. First of all, let's see what has happened over here. Okay, let us understand this. So, there is Mr. Gupta, there is Mr. K, and there is Mr. Mehta. Three people. So, G, K, and M. Okay. See, we are Mr. G. Sorry, Mr. K. So, what has happened over here? Who has accepted the bill? Mr. Gupta's acceptance for rupees 4000, which was endorsed by K. So that means Mr. K has accepted. So Mr. G has accepted the bill. Mr. G has accepted the bill. So he will be what? My drawer. Drawee. Mr. K will be the drawer. See, since Mr. K has endorsed the bill, we will know that he was the drawer of the bill and he becomes the endorsee now. Endorser. To whom it has been endorsed? To Mr. M, I guess, right? Endorsed by K to Mr. M. It was endorsed to Mr. M, becomes endorsee, right? Bill was accepted by G and given to Mr. M now. But what has happened now? What has happened in front of this? This was dishonored. So who has not made the payment? This idiot. This idiot has not made the payment because it was his responsibility to make the payment, right? But this guy has not made the payment. Now because of this, what happens? The bill will be thrown against him. In the books of K, we need to pass the entry for dishonor now. See, because of this dishonor, Mr. M will catch hold of Mr. K scholar. Mr. K will catch hold of Mr. G scholar. So I have to enter them in my books. So the entry will be, for second one, the first entry will be what? I have to increase the value of my debtors. Who is my debtor? As per my love triangle, who is my debtor? This guy is my debtor. And who is my creditor? This guy is my creditor. Let me just write it down. This guy will be my creditor because I was supposed to pay him. That's why I have endorsed the bill to him. And this guy is my debtor. Because he was supposed to pay me. That's why I have issued a bill which he has accepted and given the bill back to me. Yes, so he becomes my drawee, I become drawer. And he was my creditor. That's why I gave the bill to him. I endorsed the bill to Mr. M. So because of this, he was my creditor. So now because of the dishonor, I am reversing all the entries now. I am reversing both the accounts. Can I open bills account? Can I open bills payable or bills receivable account? No, sir. Why? Because it is dishonored on the due date. So this bill is no more valid. So I cannot show it as an asset. I cannot show it as a liability. So instead of that, what I will do? I will show Mr. What was the name? Mr. G's account as a debit. I am increasing his debit balance now because of the dishonor. And to Mr. M, I am increasing Mr. M's liability in my books. Right? For how much amount? Rupees 4,000. For rupees 4,000 I am reversing all the entries now. For rupees 4,000 I am reversing all the entries. So rupees 4,000. This is the first part of your answer. This is the first part of your answer. Fine. Now next what has happened? Mr. Mehta paid 20 rupees noting charges. Who has paid? This guy has paid 20 rupees as noting charges. Bill was withdrawn against check. That means while dishonoring what happens? I have to pay how much to Mr. Mehta? Not rupees 4,000. 4,000 plus 20 rupees. Right? 4,020 I have to pay him. Why? Because it will be including the noting charges. I have told you the entry, remember. Now again, from whom will I recover this 20 rupees? From Mr. G. From Mr. G, I will recover this noting charges. From Mr. G, I will recover this noting charges. So at the end of the day, noting charges will be recovered by Mr. M from K. K will recover it from G. So at the end of the day, Mr. G will bear all the noting charges. So total value of pending amount will be how much? 4,020 rupees. Clear? Okay. Then what has happened? Bill was withdrawn against check. So what has happened over here? Against the bill, Mr. K has said, okay, fine. Sorry from my side. He has not paid you. Sorry from my side. I will pay you now. I will pay you through what? To check. So, pass the payment entry. So, Mr. M's account will be debited because I will be reversing the creditor's account. This guy was my creditor before, right? And this guy was my debtor before. Debtor. So, by debiting it, I am reversing the amount. Two, how is the payment being made? Through bank account. Through bank account. Rupees how much? 4020. Yes? Okay. So we are done with the second part. Going to the third part. D. Dalal retires a bill for rupees 2,000 drawn on him by Katrak for a discount of 10 rupees. So what has happened? Retirement of bill has happened for a discount of 10 rupees. Now tell me, who is who? Dalal is what? Dalal is a drawee. Not that Dalal. Katrak is what? A drawer. Drawer is a drawer. So, in the books of K, it will be a bills receivable. So, bills receivable is discharged by whom? By a person named D. So, D has paid me early. So, for which I am giving him a discount of rupees 10. So, pass the journal entry now. The third one, the journal entry will be what? I have received money in my bank account. How much I have received? 2,000 rupees. 2,000 rupees minus 10 rupee discount. So how much have I received? 1,990. 1,990 is what I have received. So bank account debited by what? 1,990. And two bills receivable is reversed right now because this bill is not more required. In case books, bill receivable is not required. So it is reversed. But what was the actual amount of the bill drawn? Rupees 2,000. Rupees 2,000. Now, whatever difference is there will be a discount. So, Mr. K, whatever discount he has given to Mr. D will be a discount. So, this will be an expense, right? So, discount account will be debited. Debited. And you are done with the entry. Then, the last question. Katrak's acceptance to Patel for rupees 5,000 was discharged by endorsing Modi's acceptance to Katrak for a similar amount. What has happened over here? Katrak's acceptance, that means Katrak or Mr. K is what? My drawer in this case. Sorry, drawee in this case. Drawee in this case. Because he has accepted the bill. To Mr. Patel, acceptance to Patel. So Patel is what? Patel ji is what? Drawer. Is a drawer. For rupees 5 was discharged by endorsing Modi's acceptance to Katrak. So in this case, Modi is what? Drawee. Here, he is drawer. Drawer for a similar amount. So for same amount, what has happened over here? There are two different transactions. In one transaction, Katrak or K is a drawee. In the second transaction, K is a drawer. So in first transaction, who? Patel has drawn a bill on K. In second transaction, Modi has accepted a bill from K. Clear? So what Mr. K has done? He has given the bill accepted by Mr. Modi to Mr. Patel. So Mr. Modi will pay Mr. Patel now. Now the entry will be what? The entry will be what? I am cancelling off two transactions, right? So the entry will be what? My bill payable will be cancelled off against my bill receivable. My bill payable will be cancelled off against my bill receivable. See, if I have to write, K was the drawee in the first case to Patel. To Patel. Mr. Patel was a drawer. Right? That means Mr. K had to make payment to Mr. Patel for rupees how much? How much was the amount over here in this case? Rupees 5,000. For rupees 5,000, Mr. K had to pay Mr. Patel. Yes? But what has happened? Over here? And in the second case, K has received a bill from whom? Modi. Accepted bill from Modi. He will be a drawer then. He will be a drawer in this case. Modi will be a drawee. In this case, Modi was supposed to pay K. Here, K was supposed to pay Patel for rupees same 5,000 rupees. What this guy has done smartly, he has transferred Modi's bill to Patel, saying that Modi was supposed to pay me, I was supposed to pay you. So now let's change the transaction. Directly Modi will pay you. Now I have to pass entry. See, since already we have opened the bills payable and bills receivable account. See, in this case it is bills payable. In this case it is bills receivable. Because of this opening transaction, these both accounts are cancelled off in my books. And only remains what? These two transactions. Now I will reverse these two transactions because I am no more supposed to pay anyone. I am not supposed to pay Mr. Patel. I am not supposed to receive money from Mr. Modi. Because why? Because Modi will pay Patel directly and Patel will recover the amount directly from Modi. So I am no more in this transaction. So I will cancel the bills payable. I will cancel the bills receivable because these both are not required. Yes. So now the entry will be what? To cancel bills payable, I will debit the account. So bills payable account will be debited. Then bills receivable account, whatever was there, will also be cancelled by crediting it. Bills receivable account. Clear? For the same amount of rupees 5,000. This is how you pass the entries. Okay. So by this we end the chapter on bills receivable. So whatever questions are there, please dump it in the Telegram channel. We will try to clear your doubts. Okay. Or else in any offline session we might try to clear up the doubts. So don't worry. Yes. Fine. Thank you.